as I get everything set up right, things should be going for this to be published as a podcast very soon. So this podcast is originally a Facebook Live, and it might not have like the most supreme audio quality in the whole world, but I think it'll be good enough to get our point across. So, today I have gotten to dive into making my body models a little bit more, and this is I keep doing the mirror image thing. This is the program where you enter your measurements and you get a custom croquis made just for you. And I have been pretty impressed with this. Actually, Zeddy and I both did our croquis, and we recorded an episode of Sewing Out Loud about it. And I wanted to talk about one way that you can use it to kind of hone in or design a specific outfit and try out a lot of different ways of doing it. So hi Mary, hi Kim. Let me know if you're watching, because I can see comments. I can't see everybody's name who's watching through this particular program. So it's good to have you all. All right, so I was inspired by Isa. She is a member of the Self-Sewn Wardrobe group. She's a zigzagger. Thank you, Isa. And they are made to fit your body measurements, okay? They are drafting guides, okay? So that means that you put in, your body measurements, and then you use those to actually draft the pattern, okay? So sorry, I guess I dropped out on you guys a little bit there. Don't worry, I'm back. So these patterns are really close to your body measurements because they're a t-shirt and a pair of underwear. So it's kind of cool to use those as examples for how to use my body model. So I wanted to show how I was going to use the my body model to kind of plan out a few of these outfits. So check this out. I pre-recorded this video because you can see me drawing a lot better from an overhead camera. So check out how I'm going to use this. I'm going to get rid of these things, or just put them up here. And then also, Erica has been so kind, and she is offering a promo code for Sew Here listeners and viewers, and that is if you go and go to mybodymodel.com and enter Sew Here, you will get 15% off your purchase of download credits for when you enter in your measurements. Okay, well check this out. Check out another way to use your body model. Okay, so here I am with my body model. See, it's Mallory, it's me. And I'm going to talk about one way you can use this. So this is a croquis based on your measurements, all right? You can use it to sketch out different things, different outfits. You can try on different proportions, etc. But one thing I want to talk about doing is you can kind of make your own customized croquis for a certain type of outfit. So I was inspired by one of our group members, Isa. She actually is making our undies, the Floozy Doozy undies, and then combining them with crop tops to make like some loungewear, some sleepwear, etc. So the Floozy Doozy undies are a draft your own pattern for a high-waisted pair of bottoms, and it's 4 panels, a front and a back and 2 sides. And so no matter what no matter your size and your shape, they fit you. So drawing them onto your croquis will give you an idea of what they'll look like. Obviously, someone who has a more tapered waist will have a more tapered look to their floozy doozies than mine. Or someone with a different shape will have a different shape. So anyway, she combined the floozy doozies with our Rhapsody pattern to make like a crop top. And I thought this was super cute. And I'm like, I'm going to steal this idea. So thank you, Isa. And so she did a crop top. The Rhapsody is also based on your measurements. And the crop top could have any different type of neckline. But she says she wants to make a lot of these outfits. And so the basic shape of these garments is very close to your body. So that's kind of cool, especially for a croquis like this. And so I'm tracing this onto here, onto my body model, and I can get an idea of what everything is going to look like. And I'm doing this in, kind of light pencil here, and I'll fill in the rest of my body. But once I get this shape sort of on here, I will go in with something darker and give myself these outlines. So almost no matter what, this outfit is going to have these lines. So you have a croquis from My Body Model that, you know, has, ooh, I got shifted a little bit there, that has your body proportions on it. But then, you know, what if you want to make a lot of the same type of outfit that has the same lines? So what I would encourage you to do is make yourself, I mean, I kind of call it like a little coloring book, you know, thing here. Make yourself this template, okay, of your outfit. It could be anything. It could be a skirt with a top. It could be, you know, a button-up shirt that you're going to play around with color blocking. You could draw the collar of something on here and then play with things like sleeve length or something like that. You know, you could leave that part out and then test it. And then once I make this darker outline, I would trace this more or photocopy this more, and then I could play around with different options for my floozy doozies and my little crop top combo here, either color blocking or working in some lace or just playing around. So not only do you have a body model onto which you can draw, you know, several different types of outfits, you can actually customize your body model in order to deal with a specific type of outfit. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to put probably like a little band along the bottom of my crop top. It probably won't stop like right under my breasts. And oh, I don't really, you know, mind if my hair is not on here, but I could do this. And then I can photocopy this guy here, and my hair is nutso right now. So, and your eyes are midway down your face, so you could put them in like that. So look, now I have a new template that has to do with an outfit that I'm planning over and over again, and I can photocopy this and do a bunch more sketches. All right, so you can see that I, you know, traced this out, and actually, look, this is the one I put in the wrong, like, I lined up the paper wrong on my photocopier. So, yeah, I think that this is great for all sorts of things. Like, if you're planning out sort of color blocking on, like, a formal dress, or you're playing around with, something like with a button-up shirt or something, so you know you have some certain elements, okay, like a certain type of collar or a certain type of underwear or da-da-da-da-da. Create that real quick, photocopy it off a bunch of times, and then you can play around with that. And that is exactly what I did with the crop top floozy doozy combo. So check this out. Okay, so I've photocopied my little floozy doozy crop top, you know, thing here. And now I can mess around with different looks. Here's a blank one. Here's a couple of my blank ones. So I just, you know, keep a master of this. And actually, hot tip, if you write master on something, like with yellow highlighter, and I've never tried it with another type of highlighter, but I guess I can try it. If you do master and you do it in black and white, that won't show up on your photocopier. Okay, so this would be my master that I never touch. And then here is a version that I'm kind of working on, and I just want to show you, sometimes you might make construction decisions based on this. You can finish off a crop top, you know, a t-shirt, etc., with fabric bands. And so if you want to do that, that might be a line that you like add in and color in, or outline and draw around. I don't normally rotate everything, but yeah, so if I'm looking at like fabric bands to finish off the floozy doozies, you know, maybe I'll do something like this to give that a test, if that's something that I end up liking construction wise. You can also experiment with putting like text on something. This is a pair of floozy doozies that have been in my brain lately. They say eat local on them. because that's the kind of person I am. I think some green foliage would be some good knit to find to use there. I think that would be fabulous. Good. And then lace, things like lace. And I am drawing with these Copic markers, and I would not say that I'm an expert in using them. I can I can oil paint, but I don't know how to use Copic markers very well. So anyway, when you're doing something like lace, if you want to do an overlay, and what I've been looking at is we've got some green lace, and then I wanted to put it on top of like pink satin. I would recommend, from what I know about these, doing your lace approximation, okay? So if you have your lace, this is kind of a fantastical lace in my brain. Doing your lace approximation in your lace color, okay? And like I said, this is not my, I am not super experienced in using the Copic markers, but I wanted to find a really like bold lace pattern that maybe I would create a symmetrical motif out of. Looking very, very floral here. Okay, so you would do your lace approximation, and it's nice to do little dots and things like that. And then you're gonna go in with your other base, with your base color here. And actually, I'm going to put something underneath this because I don't want it to bleed through. You'd go in and color in around it. Okay, so I would go into my lace and fill in the negative space with my purple here. We've got this wonderful green lace, and I know we've got some purple or pink satin around somewhere. Anyway, it'll give that impression of an overlay, but you don't want to get 2 layers of this marker going on, because the green over the pink wouldn't look quite as bright. But like I said, I'm not an expert in these markers yet, but I want to be, so I'm going to go in between like the Lever's lace little threads here at the edge of my design. And these markers, the way I've heard them described, they're sort of like paint, and they dry, and you can layer them on top of each other, but I'm excited to play around with this a little bit more, and what a great excuse to do so with playing with underwear designs during Foundations Month. So anyway, yeah, this is another way that you can use your croquis that you get from My Body Model. And so if you know you're going to make a few outfits that are similar and you just want to play around with like color or motifs or different finishing methods, that is what you can do here. And you have yet another tool in your toolbox, and you could put these in, you know, your project planner or your wardrobe planner. All right, so I think that sounds really exciting. I would like to, I'd really like to experiment and make the Floozy Doozies into something that holds up garters, or that can be adapted to put garters on to hold up thigh highs. And of course, you all know that you have the ability to make your own tights now that we have released the February 2019 zine, okay? So that is also exciting. And that's another thing I want to bring up. So you print out your My Body Model onto paper, and then something that you can do that I don't have, but these Copic markers come in a ton of colors. So if you can find some that are your skin color, I mean, there are a ton of different skin tones out there because people use these to create images of people. You know, that can give you a really good idea of like, okay, where is skin going to show? Where do I want my lines to stop? Where do I want them to flow? All right, because I was kind of looking at my Floozy Doozies here, and I was like, oh, well, I do have this black outline here where the leg is. But if I created the side panel out of a mesh that that matched my skin tone, that actually could maybe look like a little bit more of a continuous line, so I could retrace that. But yeah, so you get to print your body model as many times as you want. After you download it, you get to preview it, you get to enter in your measurements, you get to preview it, and then you get to print it as many times as you want. You download it, you print it. There's a back view as well. I'm showing you the front view. And so anyway, you can redo this as many times as you want, but you could know, okay, I'm showing this much skin. I'm going to see what yellow looks like next to my skin, and green, and da-da-da-da-da. These markers are called Copic markers. I think I was like an art major in college, and I've never dealt with these, but they're very common. Anyway, I guess I'm being a little insecure about this. They're like alcohol markers, I believe, is the base of the ink. And a lot of professional artists do use them, and there are tons of YouTube videos on how to use them as well. And I bought a few to kind of play around with. Actually, I bought them. I dated them. I bought them in November 2016. Copic, C-O-P-I-C. And there are like off-brands of these that are cheaper, and I have no idea if they're just as good. But you can layer them. Like here is a white one. Like I believe that I could, draw in purple, let it dry, put some white on top, and I would get a masking, effect. I mean, why not try that right now? So I'll just I'm going to put some of this purple down. This is why I did a vertical shot and pre-recorded it. When you do these lines, they're on top of each other. As it dries, it gets more uniform. So it is very much, like paint in that way. I'm sure there is someone in this group of 19,000 people who really knows how to use these markers. So, anyway, I'm doing a little sample here. So here's some purple that I just drew. Okay, and then I went over it again. So look, it's blending together. I mean, it really looks like I have painted. They're double-sided. One side is like a brush, and the other side is a chisel tip. And actually, this isn't white. This is more of a gray. And their grays are really subtle. Oh, you know what? This camera is barely even picking up the gray streak that I just put on there. But yeah, there are people who really know how to use these. All right, I'm going to, well, that's a neutral. I thought I had a white. Maybe I don't. Maybe these are all gray. But yeah, let's see how this looks on top of it. Let's see if I get anything. I might not, because I thought I had white, but these are gray. Okay. Well, anyway, the gray actually give a really subtle, you could really use this for shading if you wanted to. If you didn't mind leaving your body model this white paper color, you could do that too. So anyway, or you can use colored pencils or crayons or whatever you got laying around. But once again, I would encourage you, if you do have an outfit that you like, if you've got a dress, if you've got a jacket, that you make and it's a tried and true pattern, you want to make it again, give yourself this head start on your croquis. Make yourself this sort of coloring page and then color block it out. Or, okay, do I want the collar and the placket and the cuffs to be a different color? Do I want to do a pocket, that's different, etc.? And you can really try that out and see it on your body. And everybody's going to look different. This is what I like about this My Body Model thing, because there's been a lot of talk about size inclusion and whatnot, and I'm like, we have got 2 online classes that are drafting for you. So there are no size ranges. Okay, there is no, on the leggings, there's no full seat adjustment. We draft it for your seat. Okay, there's no belly adjustment. We draft it for your belly. It's for you. It's made to measure. It is for your body. And so that, I'm proud of that, and I want people to know that. But it's sometimes hard to communicate, from a style perspective, what it's going to look like. Because people will be like, how does this look on a person with a full seat? Or how does this look on a person with a full bust? And it's well, it's made to fit your body. So you might not know exactly how it's going to look on you yet. Because you may have tried on, a dolman top. You may have, tried on leggings and they didn't look good on you for whatever reason. and you've never tried something that was like actually made to your measurements. And don't be afraid to measure yourself. It gives you information. Someone just asked the question, what's the right ratio for a woven neckline? It's like, this is a woven neckline. It's not stretching. You measure, you decide. I want this neckline to be right outside my neck. I want it to be a little outside my neck. Okay, tape measure out. How wide is it? Bam. I want the neckline to go down to, here, let me move over here. I want the neckline to go here. I want the neckline to go here. Get the tape measure. Boom. Measure it. That's you. That's your neckline. Okay? So with a little bit of practice or a little bit of measuring, you will be able to draft things like that. And we do that in the EZT class. So we draft your woven neckline like a scoop neck. And of course, the shape can be changed anytime. But yeah, I think that this is an excellent tool. I think it is super fun. So here's my floozy doozy crop top croquis. And then here is my basic croquis that I got from my body model. So I obviously, have, it's not a one-trick pony. It can be used for a lot of different things. So yeah, I think that you all should go check that out. The download credits, this is how you do it. You buy download credits, you enter your measurements, you get to preview your body model, and then you get to purchase it and print it out. Now, you can buy more than one credit at a time, and it's less expensive the more credits you buy. So you could buy 5 credits, and they don't expire. You could buy 5 credits, and you could do one for yourself, and you're like, I'm losing a lot of weight, or I'm going to be pregnant and I want to make a croquis, or whatever, or just, keep those in your back pocket. Use them for clients who are getting alterations or custom work done. You could use them for things like that. You could use them for family members. So getting more than one credit actually is less expensive. So anyway, check that out. Go to mybodymodel.com and type in the promo code here. I've got this down at the bottom of the screen. I'll move it over here. Type in the code SEW for 15% off your purchase. And that's just, as of this video right now, that is only through this Saturday or this Friday, like February 9th or 10th. So make sure to get on that if you want to get some, and if you want to get some credits and you want to get the discount. All right, everybody. Well, it was fabulous to go live for you. Keep a lookout for my lives. I will be posting some for next week to talk more about Foundations Month, okay? And maybe do a video on putting together your made-to-measure stockings. All right, everybody. So long and so happy.